Well, it is Troy Francis in Venice Beach in Los Angeles, and there is really the most beautiful sunset occurring behind me right now, which you can kind of see hopefully in the background there over the sea. I'm on the Venice Beach pier and just walking back in towards the town. I suppose the burning question on everyone's lips then is Los Angeles any good as far as dating is concerned? Okay, is it any good for dating? My answer, surprisingly, is yes, it probably is pretty good. Okay, now I qualify this because I've only really been here for a few days. I've been with a friend. We've been doing some social stuff, going out and about, having a good time, and it's been pretty fun. I had probably certain preconceptions about LA before I came here. Obviously, it has a reputation for, the sort of wokeness and everything else, which I don't have any massive problem with personally, but I was wondering if that was going to impact negatively on the way that dating operated here, and it was going to be sort of, I don't know, not a particularly friendly place for social interactions and things like that. And I have to say that by and large, that illusion has been completely dismantled as far as I'm concerned. It's actually been really, really friendly. Everyone's been super nice. The vibe has been really good. And the other thing, of course, about LA as well is it's very expensive in parts and full of celebrities and very high value people and all, high value in inverted commas in, societal terms. Obviously you've got the actors and actresses and all that kind of stuff, celebrities. And so I suppose I assumed that would also make the dating marketplace particularly difficult. And do you know what? It probably does to some extent, but I have to say that just going around and just talking to people and just socializing with people in a normal way has been an absolute joy, absolutely pleasurable. People super, super friendly, unpretentious for the most part, down to earth, just kind of getting on with stuff really, and happy to socialize and to to meet new people, and that I think is pretty cool. I mean, the other thing, of course, to bear in mind with a city like this is that there are a lot of people here from other places. So there are a lot of tourists here, like myself, but also a lot of people who have just moved here, not that long ago from other parts of the States. You've got people here from Texas or New York City or, whatever really, who have come here to live. And it's the kind of place where, like New York, where people will, travel to move to because it's a cool place to be and people want to be here. So what that means is you've got a relatively, I don't want to say transient population, that's the wrong word, but you've got an ever-changing population where new people are coming in the whole time and making it their own. So it's not like, sometimes you go to a foreign place and it feels like this fixed sort of social hegemon where everybody knows each other and everybody is interconnected and the same and you are the outsider. And that's never actually true wherever you go, but it's certainly not true in a city like this, where you've got a lot of people from all over the place who have come here and made it their home, So, I mean, in terms of daytime approach and that kind of thing, probably not the greatest place on the planet because, as everybody always says, and as you probably know, this city is incredibly spread out. I mean, it really, really does take a long time to get around, from here to sort of like West Hollywood, you're talking like half an hour minimum in a cab, maybe longer in an Uber, 40 minutes, whatever. Really takes a long time to get around. So, and people don't, by and large, really seem to walk around here very much, except for in certain areas, like maybe around here, Santa Monica and stuff. There's not a big sort of foot traffic kind of culture here in the way that there is in, say, New York City. However, the social scene here, of course, is popping. And we went to some very cool venues over the weekend. We went to Bungalow in Santa Monica, and we went to Edition in West Hollywood, and as well as some other places, and obviously really, really cool. I mean, just loads and loads of people out, and you've got such a big population here and such an ever-changing population that there's going to be opportunities to meet new people, to socialize, really the whole time. I mean, so if you came and lived here, then the opportunities really would be, limitless, really, in practical terms. So those things being the case, and just the general friendliness of people here, and the sort of the laid-back nature of the place, and the willingness to socialise and to get involved, I would say, yeah, very, very good place for dating. Of course, as a Western guy, albeit an English guy, and I suppose maybe that has some cachet, but for the most part, as a Western guy, it's not like I'm walking around with huge exotic value here or anything like that. It's not like I'm standing out as this kind of kind of very novel kind of a person, because obviously there's a lot of Brits here and everything else. But still, I think you could definitely have a very good time here if you wanted to. I think for me personally, I'm quite looking forward now to getting on a plane and going back to London, going back to Europe, and spending a little bit of time in Europe. And I do very much love the South American, Latin American countries and cities. So those are probably somewhat higher on my list. But I have to say that having spent a few days here and coming in actually with some quite bad jet lag on day one, and having a slightly sort of negative initial impression of the city, it has kind of won me round. I do think it's pretty cool, and I do definitely want to come back and spend a bit more time here and get to know it a bit better. And I do think there are a lot of opportunities here, both from a social point of view, as well as obviously from a work point of view, for networking and meeting high net worth individuals and so on and so forth. So I think it's a pretty cool place. I've had a good time here. I don't think I've even scratched the surface of it really, because it's going to take you like a couple of years basically to get to know a city like this properly. But certainly it's been a fun experience, and as I say, definitely somewhere that I would return to. So if you are near here, or you're going to be visiting here, or you want to sort of try out an American city, then yeah, definitely give it a go. It's a lot of fun. There's some very cool places here for sure, and it's been a good time. Anyway, with all that being said, I will leave it there for now. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Put a comment beneath the video. Let me know your thoughts. Give me a like. If you want to discuss your dating life, you can do that by booking a call with me on the Calendly link below, or drop me an email at troy@realtroyfrancis.com. And support, finally, the channel on Patreon for only $5 a month. You can support this wonderful content and get to ask me questions for these videos. The link is below. I will leave it there for now. See you guys again very soon from Los Angeles, California. This is Troy Francis checking out. Bye-bye.